So, hi guys, welcome to the MMA UK news. My name's Stoomboy, as always, for the MMA UK BJJ show. So, today we're talking about Holytown Havoc. So, obviously, Holytown Havoc's going to be at the I believe the General Motors Social Club in Holytown, 28th of August. Promises to be a great event. As I say, we've got a fantastic pro lineup. We've got Chris Bungard against Aritz Kamikaze Gartmendia, so that's going to be the main event. You've then got Jordan Strong, Michael Stewart. I believe Igor Voitas is going to be on it as well, coming off his win at Evolution of Combat 8. I don't know if he's got an opponent yet, but obviously that's still to be announced, I think. And then obviously my next guest, Mark Ewen, is going to be coming up against Michael Blair. So promises to be an absolute fantastic fight, that one. That one, people are tipping that one to be the fight of the night. It's getting a lot of hype around it. As I said, a lot of people are looking forward to that fight. As I said, anybody I've spoke to, obviously in MMA media, even guys at MMA UK News, they're all talking about that fight. So, Mark, as we're going to hear, obviously trains out of Higher Level, obviously under James Doolan. So obviously coming from a fantastic gym, fantastic coach. So everybody knows James Doolan's kind of pedigree when it comes to obviously MMA fighters and things like that. So, Mark, absolute pleasure to have you on, buddy. How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. Thanks for having me on.
Nice. Well, I'd say they're definitely going to have you on. I'd say this is one fight that, as I said, as I mentioned, everybody's looking forward to seeing. So, I mean, you as well. You were one of the top amateurs in the whole of the UK, UK and Ireland. I believe Europe as well. One of the top guys. Number one. So definitely, as I said. So. Again, a lot of hype coming around you. As I said, you had a fantastic amateur career. So how did the fight come about for you then? So how did you find out about it?
Mate, so I've been trying to get a fight all year. I've been trying to be as active as possible, man. Obviously with COVID and that, struggling to get a fight. And just being UK number one, a lot of guys are not really want to take the risk. But I was matched to fight Michael Blair in June on Evolution of Combat. They were supposed to have a show in June. Ended up getting postponed and then moved to later on August, that one just there. And Michael pulled out because I think he was going to fight on his teammate Chris Bungard's show. I think he had another opponent for that. And he's then pulled out. Somebody's messaged me saying, fight here, 70 kilos. I never knew it was Michael right away. I just said, yeah. Turns out it's Michael Blair and we're just rescheduling it. So happy to get that on 100%.
Definitely. Yeah, and as I say, it's definitely one that everybody's looking forward to seeing. So, as I say, we were looking forward to seeing it previously, and then, but obviously now it's eventually going to happen.
This will be a good one, man. Definitely.
Yep, and then obviously you. So this your pro debut, yeah? Because I know you were meant to be on. Was it Almighty FC as well?
I'm still matching Almighty, mate. That's in September, so I'm going to do this one. Then quick turnaround and then fighting Tom Mullen on Almighty.
Yeah. Right now, so obviously a quick start. Yeah, so a quick start for your pro career then.
That's the way I like to be. I like to
be to back. Definitely. That's one thing, obviously, with the lockdown. I know that obviously you being a kind of pro athlete now, obviously you would have had a little bit of time to train and stuff like that. I mean, how is it now, obviously, going back, now that we're officially allowed to go back from the 19th of July? How's it been at the gym and so on?
Oh, it's night and day, man, how busy it is, man, and all the bodies are back. Obviously, a lot of people have been kind of scared of COVID or they've been staying away from the gym because they've got a family member with who's high risk or whatever, but now everyone seems to be back in, the bodies are in, the place is packed, so I couldn't ask for a better team to be at. Everybody's in getting me ready and pushing me, so exactly what I need now.
Definitely. And as I say, you're at a fantastic team, Higher Level. As I say, we know the calibre of guys coming out of Higher Level, and obviously James Doolan kind of being one of the top coaches, not just in Scotland, but obviously UK and Europe wide. Is it important for you to have that kind of people around you, that calibre of people around you?
Yeah, definitely. I believe the environment that you surround yourself is very important, man. I've got obviously James, like you said, such a high pedigree coach, man. He's super intelligent, one of the best in the world, in my opinion, man. So having him in my corner alone gives me that confidence. But then I've also got the teammates who have fought on some of the biggest shows. I've got UFC, Cage Warriors, Bellator. Their gym really is stacked with such a vast amount of high caliber athletes, and who all really want it. We just had Chris there fighting on Yocal. He's fighting Muay Thai. I mean, we've got people competing in BJJ frequently. We've got such a diverse community in our gym, and they're all very, very high level. So it's great to have.
Yeah, definitely. And I'd say it's a great gym. I'd say, as you mentioned there, obviously different types of martial arts, not just obviously MMA, but you mentioned jiu-jitsu, obviously kickboxing and stuff like that. And the guys always seem to be some of the best guys out there as well at each of the different sports.
Yeah, 100%. Best gym in the country, mate. Hands down.
Yeah. Definitely. And then obviously you're training then, so obviously you're training, obviously been doing some training, obviously training hard for this fight. So what's been different from how you were training before as an amateur to how you're training now as a pro? Has anything changed, or is it exactly the same as before?
I'd say I'm maybe training a bit smarter, mate. Like definitely say I'm training smart. I'm not the type of fighter that does like fight camps. I don't just come in 8 weeks out of a fight and try and get ready for one fight. This is a lifestyle for me, mate. I'm in the gym every day, fight or not. Always try to develop my skills and get better as a martial artist and as a fighter. So, but turning pro, obviously, there's different. You need to kind of train smarter. There's different rule sets, different time limits. I'm now going for 5 minutes. They used to fighting at 3 minutes. I can now throw knees and elbows and stuff like that. So definitely that suits me a lot better, and I can't wait to apply that to my game.
Definitely. And then Holytown Havoc, as I said again, you're on the show. Chris Bungard main event, obviously against Aritz Garmendia, I believe, from Spain, from Basque Country. So again, a good headline event. So obviously some good caliber of fighters on that card as well.
I plan on being the main event in that show, man. I think everybody's there just to see me and Michael. That's about it. I don't know who Bungard's fighting, let's be honest. Do you know that guy? Because I didn't.
Yeah, nah, mate. He's got a decent record. He's got a decent record. As I said, he does a lot of local events in Spain and stuff like that. So dangerous fight. Kamikaze, his nickname is. So he's obviously a dangerous guy for Bungie. But as I said, everybody's talking about Mark Ewen and Michael Blair. I'd say that's the one that seems to have sold the most tickets.
Yeah, definitely. That's always the case, man. I come and try and perform, mate, and obviously make sure that I put a show on for the fans.
Yeah, and that's one thing about you. I'd say watching some of your previous fights and so on. Obviously, you do like to put on a show. You do come with the pressure. You seem to be comfortable in every area as well. So there's nothing that you're not comfortable doing. I'm
a true self when I'm in there, man. I just feel like I need to express myself, and I love it. See, when you get in the cage and the doors get locked, that's the truest form of me. I mean, I like to perform and entertain people. So
yeah. And it's good being on the show as well with obviously some of your teammates, because obviously you've got some teammates on that as well. So is it going to be good, obviously sharing the kind of the stage with some of these guys as well?
I've not actually got any teammates in this card, mate. There's only...
I thought you did have. I thought
no. So we were all matched against a few of the guys in June, but then they pulled it, and me and Michael's the only one that's kind of been rescheduled.
Right. Oh no, I thought you had a couple of amateur guys coming in as well, some higher level guys. I was under the impression. Right.
But usually I didn't mind fighting the same show as my teammates, and that's good. It's always a good vibe, especially in the gym. But man, people in my gym, we're fighting all the time as well. We've just had guys fighting there, we've had guys fighting a couple of weeks. So everyone's always in the gym, and they're in that type of fight mode. I mean, they're always pushing each other, and everyone's getting ready for the same outcome.
Yeah. And then we've got a question there, obviously. Jimmy Hughes just saying, all right, lads, when are you fighting Mark? So Mark's going to be fighting Holytown Havoc on the 28th of August. As we mentioned, Michael Blair. So yeah, definitely with it as well. I mean, it's sold out. It was sold out pretty quickly. Tickets went very quickly for it.
Yeah, mate, I never got any tickets for it because I took it short notice. I think it was already sold out before I even got matched in it, which is pretty shit. But I didn't mind going in there. Like, obviously, I'm not going to have any fans here, man, but I'll be leaving with everybody. I mean, everyone's giving me a fan after it. That's the plan.
Yeah. And I mean, see, when you've got James Doolan in your corner, you don't really need anybody else, do you?
Nah, so... mate, that's all you need, man. I'm totally focused on my team. That's all I ever really focus on.
Yeah, yeah. No, I saw James at Evolution of Combat, obviously coaching some of the guys. Do you know what I mean? Always brilliant seeing James and seeing what his guys bring. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing you on the 28th. So yeah, I mean, anybody, Mark, you want to shout out to? So any kind of training partners or sponsors, anything like that?
Shout out to everybody at the gym who's kind of helped me for my fights and pushing me. Shout out to my sponsors. I've got Wet Wall Installations, The Lounge, Cal's Meal Prep, Thomas Johnston's Butchers, Back to Balance Bathgate, obviously Higher Level. What other sponsors have I got, man? A-Fit Athletic, I've been doing my S&C there, man, so you're going to see a new animal come fight time.
Nice. But as I say, definitely looking forward to seeing it. As I say, I enjoyed watching you come up through the amateur ranks, and obviously now that you're in the pro ranks, as I said, I'm excited to see what's going to happen from you. Excited to see where your journey is going to take you, because as I say, you're definitely tipped to. Yeah, well, listen, you're definitely tipped to go into big things. So, but yeah, looking forward to it. And obviously, MMA UK News, we're always going to be a part of your journey. So, yeah, listen, I'll be at the event as well. So hopefully, if all goes well, hopefully we'll be able to get an after interview, a post-fight interview as well. So, but listen, enjoy your training, stay safe, all right, and thank you again, Mark.
Thanks very much, mate. Cheers for that.
Take it easy, mate.
See you later.